Codey, we will sit here in silence until you say hello, survivors.
Hello, survivors.
Oh gosh, yeah. Hello, survivors. Welcome.
Welcome to Let's Die, Revenant, the his versus hers guide to the apocalypse.
The
Surviving the
podcast.
apocalypse, and today we are surviving a Scream movie.
Oh, we're cutting right to it. See,
Oh fuck yeah!
Codey is so efficient. Normally, when I introduce a podcast, I like to take approximately 15 minutes before I can get through my utter rambling bullshit. So like real quick, let's just try it real quick. Let's see. Oh, welcome, one and all. This is the story of a girl who cried a river and drowned her own world. You know what? Sometimes not all the bits land, and that's okay. But much like a land that with a plane that lands, when you fly that plane so high, like Icarus, it must come down. And when it does, oh boy, you're not high anymore. And you're like, dude, where's my car? And then you meander on for another 15 minutes, and then you go, Codey, what are we doing?
We are surviving a Scream
Hey,
movie today.
hello, survivors. Welcome to Let's Die. She said she did it better than I did it. Yeah, that's the show.
I mean,
who's that? I heard a voice. Oh, we have a full stable panel table.
Council?
Council.
Council. Ooh, the Council of
Yeah.
Screamers. Real quick, we'll go around the room here. Me and Codey. My name's Bret, by the way. We're definitely screamers in bed. Clay, what about you?
Yes, always.
Clay, welcome to the first portion of the show. I know typically you're confined to the realm of the game, as it were. Don't worry, we will wipe your memory of this, so you will not.
Back to the test tubes I go.
Back to the test tubes you go. You are a Twitch streamer yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You're on your shelf back there is somewhere. I'm sure is your Twitch stream handle ttv.com Klayshen. Somebody kill me. Somebody just absolutely just put me out of my misery.
No. Just keep digging.
Also,
Get there someday.
That voice is our other regular test subject, Nicodemus Rexx. Nick, say hi.
Hello.
You are a artist whose various works can be found all over the interwebs on Patreon and DeviantArt at the For Real Deal. See, I said it right that time. Links in the description. How are you, my friend?
I'm doing all right.
Fantastic. And then also joining us again is returning guest. What? She came back? She didn't come run screaming away from me? It's lovely Vinnie. Vinnie, hello.
Hi.
Hi. And
I ran screaming back.
Screaming back to the podcast. You're also a Twitch streamer at Vinnie T3, and you're also one half of the show Watchers of the Stuff, the other host of which is across from you on the Zoom there with Clay.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
You thought I forgot, didn't you? I was waiting until I got both of them in there.
And I have to say, y'all's intro is so much shorter than ours.
Oh, do you want to
So
try
much
it?
better than ours.
Even though he's
Exactly,
rambling
it
a little
is.
bit there.
No, our intro is like what 30 minutes of rambling, and then our intro.
Sometimes we forget to even do it because we just get so caught up talking about stuff. Yeah, so half the time we're just like, oh shit, we didn't even do it.
Look,
That's just how I roll.
Not to flex my podcast muscle, but when you've put out over however many hours, like 400 plus episodes of podcasts is over the course of 3, 4, 5, my life is measured in podcasts. I'm approximately 4 podcasts old at this rate. It just becomes you do it in your sleep, really. You welcome people to podcasts just when you hold the door for them at the supermarket. You're like, oh, let me get that for you, ma'am. And she's like, thank you. And you're like, thank you for listening. And then she's like, what?
I haven't gotten to that stage yet.
Don't forget to like. Hey, you should really get in the habit of telling people that you just come across with it in life. Just remind them to like and subscribe. Like, hey, Vin, I'm going to the gas station. Do you want anything for lunch? Like, yeah, I'll have a turkey wrap that's off of the grill there at the Go Mart, and don't forget to like and subscribe.
And hit that notification bell.
Yeah. hit the bell
You'll
and
never miss an episode.
Never miss an episode. Speaking of
Check out our link tree.
video stuff, you guys can watch this show not just on YouTube like you normally could, but you can now watch it inside the Spotify app. You can click on the episode, listen to it like a normal audio podcast, or it just loads up as a video, and it's actually pretty painless. I mean, it's painless as listening to me talk. So, but yeah, it's a pretty neat little function feature. Feature. Words are hard. One could tell that I can speak for a living, and we're here to talk today, as always. It's not me. Nope, definitely not me.
Not me.
It's not me. Vinny, is it you?
Maybe.
Nick, is it
Maybe
you?
not.
What am I doing?
Are you him?
It's definitely him.
What am I doing?
Huh? Well, no,
Guilty as
that's
hell.
wait. If we're following the rules, he's only acting like that to throw us off the scent
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
of who the actual one is, though. So it's not him. The obvious one is never it, except for when it is.
Well, it could be me because I'm the most, like, I've been on here the least amount. I'm not a frequent flyer to the show, and the newcomers are always suspicious.
It is definitely not me because it says right here above me, it says, it's not me, except for that
Yeah.
one, which says it's definitely him. That
Mhm.
Don't look at that one. Clay, is it you?
Maybe.
Maybe. It could be. So yeah, Scream. New movie just came out. I saw it. Codey saw it. Vinny saw it. Clay and Nick, I know you guys haven't seen it, but you're at least familiar with the Scream franchise. So I hope you guys aren't upset if we talk a little bit about things you haven't seen yet.
Go for it.
Spoiler alert.
Spoilers for a movie that's been out for 20 years. How dare you?
Well,
No, the new one
Scream
has
6,
only been out for
I know.
like
I know.
2 weeks, I think.
Yeah, 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't went back and saw the previous 6. I'm probably not going to go watch a 7th in theaters.
Well, this is the 6th one.
I think
the previous 5.
you totally should, though. They're definitely worth it. And I think at this point, I'm willing to wager they're the best horror film franchise in existence. And I'm willing to say that. I'm willing to go on a limb and say that.
Okay.
It's definitely my favorite, and I'll at least say that. Like, what can compare, honestly?
Leprechaun.
Leprechaun
Fuck no.
God damn it, Clay.
No.
This is a serious show where laughter is banned. But no, I mean, if you think about like the big horror icons, I mean, Jason hasn't been relevant in quite a long time due to legal stuff. Even then, like his last, like, I don't know, 5 movies were laughable at best. Freddy, likewise, he had a reboot, which was pretty mid. Before that, he wasn't really relevant, like, for his last 2 or 3 movies in whatever late 90s hellhole they came out of. Freddy, unfortunately, turned into, like, kind of a joke.
Yeah.
Yeah, I seem to recall that one of the last Nightmare on Elm Street movies they did was like very self-referential and meta, like too much almost.
Was that the original series or the remake? Because I don't think the remake was like that.
Well, I want to say there was one where it was, unless I'm thinking about, I actually might be thinking about one of the Scream. I know there's one where it's like, oh, it's the actors that were in the movie, and then like the horror monster starts hunting the actors that played the characters in the movie
That's
about the
Scream
horror
3.
monster.
Yeah.
Oh my
Scream
god!
3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's definitely him. It's definitely him.
But the thing with Scream is I like that it knows what it is. It knows that it's meta. It knows that it's like kind of comical. It's a little bit campy too. It knows what it is and it leans into it, and it doesn't try to be this like ultimate horror masterpiece in a different way, in a more like serious way, you know. They just don't take themselves too seriously, and I like it. It's like fresh and it's interesting, and as far as like a who done it or like who's the killer kind of mystery, I mean, I think they do a really good job at throwing like tons of red herrings, making everybody look suspicious. You're constantly changing your mind, thinking like, who could it be at this point? And then you have to pick up on the subtleties. I mean, and that's
it's a
Bret
horror.
and I had that talk.
That's right. It's a horror Knives Out. It's a whodunit.
Yes.
Wrapped in violence and scary.
Lots of violence. Okay, how did you feel about the shotgun thing?
I was a little. As soon as that happened, I'm like, no way. That's like, there's something, because they poke fun of that in was it Scream 5, like with the whole like corny ass Ghostface with the
Yeah.
flamethrower.
Yeah.
And they're like,
So
this
I guess
isn't the
maybe-
ghost. This isn't the Scream we love. And then
So
lo and behold, he's using a shotgun.
Should we talk about like the Scream movies and like what the killers were and their like motives?
We can in just a moment. I just want to point out, like, to Vinny's point, like I was trying to explain some background stuff on Scream because she had not seen 5, and I had to, or probably any of the other ones, but I had to explain to her that Stab, like, this is how seferential it is. Within the universe of Scream, there is a movie series called Stab, which are based on the quote unquote real life things that happen in Scream 1.
Yeah.
Which is so meta and self-referential that it hurts. And like to the point where there's such mega fans of Stab that they want to influence the things happening in the movies you're watching so that they can influence future installations of Stab. It's freaking banana.
I think that's bonkers though, but it's so cool that they do that.
I love it. I think it's amazing.
Yeah.
Codey, you were saying?
I mean, I was just gonna say do what you just did, but for all of the movies.
Oh, sure.
So, like, who are the killers in all of the movies, and like,
Sure.
what are their reasons?
I'm not going to be able to name names for all of them necessarily.
Okay, well, for the first movie, it was Billy Loomis and Stu Macher,
right?
Which was huge. If anybody doesn't know, I mean, I know, like, you guys know, but if anybody listening doesn't know, that this was like a big like turning point in horror movie culture for them to have more than one killer operating at a time. So that was like, now it might seem cheesy or predictable, but back then for its time, like that was such a crazy like reveal at the end. Nice third act reveal.
And it follows, they basically are trying to kill they had killed the mother of the main character, like the victim heroine who's like trying to survive. They had killed her for revenge, and then Sydney Prescott, and then they killed Maureen Prescott, and then they were just like, oh, we like doing that, so let's do it again, and they just kind of go on a killing spree and kill all their friends, and then Sydney's like the last, like the big bad, and they're trying to make it seem like she did it and she went crazy because it was the 1-year anniversary of her mom's death.
Right, because it's revealed much later, I think, that Maureen Prescott was like sleeping around the town or something like that. And one of the people she was sleeping with was Billy Loomis's dad, which broke up their marriage, and that's why they killed Maureen.
It's a revenge.
That was his motivation. And then just icing on the cake, they wanted to just keep doing it. And Stu, however, was not the brains of the operation. He was just a psycho that just wanted to stab.
I love Matthew Lillard.
Oh
Matthew
God,
Lillard
he's amazing.
Plays such a good, unhinged person.
Plays everything good, period.
I mean, everybody's great in those movies, of course. I mean, Billy Loomis, that actor, he's just so, I mean, come on. He made every underwear wet in every theater imaginable when he licked the blood off of his fingers. Just when he shows up in Scream 5, when he shows up, spoiler alert, he shows up as in Scream 5 as a, psychoactive vision of the main character in that one. And as soon as he showed up, they aged him down CGI wise, and I was like, oh gosh, Vinny's gonna pass out.
Oh, I almost did. Yeah, I almost did.
Actually, they don't get away with it. They get subdued and killed. And you always gotta shoot them in the head, so they're dead. Fast forward.
Sydney survives, goes to college, and then the murders keep happening again. Murders begin to happen again, and the murders are mirroring the ones that happened in Woodsboro, which is where the first movie took place.
And it should be noted there. Well, before we continue, Codey, I'm so sorry to interrupt you, but they're some of the other main characters, the mainstays of the series, like Gale Weathers, the nosy reporter type. Who inspired the movie because she wrote a book about Scream, which she sold the rights to which then became Stab. You have Dewey, who is like a cop and frequent love interest of Gale. You have Randy, who at least makes it to movie 2, Jamie Kennedy, and he is probably, his character is instrumental in kind of setting up the meta portions of Scream. He's explained, like the whole scene where he's watching a horror movie and the killer's like right behind her. He's like, the killer's right behind you, and then you as the audience are watching Ghostface sneak up on him.
And you're like, the killer is literally right behind
behind
you.
you.
He's
You're
like, turn
saying
around,
these
and we're like,
things.
turn around.
Yeah.
That's
They did a great job.
Yeah,
at
they
really-
how
yeah.
they made it meta
Yeah.
without it being like what I think is annoying. I think they do it in like a funny and like
Yeah.
interesting way.
They absolutely do, and this is like the groundwork that we're gonna see repeated. Well, and not in a bad way when I say repeated, but you see this in later installments. For instance, Scream 6, they're inside of a van trying to, like an FBI like undercover van, and as soon as they were in there, I was like, that's exactly how Randy died. And literally 5 seconds after that, the character's like, this is how our Uncle Randy died. He was pulled into a van in broad daylight and stabbed to death. And I'm like, there you go. There's Scream for you. But
Yep.
But
So
yeah,
the second one, basically people start dying, and they all have names that are similar to the people, like, and in the same order of the people that died in Woodsboro. And it ends up that it is one of their friends whose name is Mickey, who's just a serial killer. He just wanted to kill some people, and Billy Loomis's mother. So she wants revenge. Because when it came out that Billy was a psychopath and had gone on this serial killer rampage, everyone was like, well, it's got to come from somewhere. It's probably the mom. Like, the mom was the problem. And so she gets pissed and gets revenge by going on a murdering spree.
Mickey is essentially the Stu Macher to the mom's Billy, because he's the unhinged one. They basically did
Mickey's pretty hot.
kind of the same thing they did before. But to your point, you know, Randy gets offed in this one. We lose another main cast member. Gail, Sydney, and Dewey survive. The killers get shot in the head. You always have to shoot them in the head because they always come back. That's the rules. Scream 3, arguably, I think the weakest of the Screams. I still liked it a good deal. I think most people would probably agree that it's probably the weakest of all of them. What do you think, Cody? I saw you kind of twinge a little bit.
I don't know. I mean, I guess I would agree, but I still love it. Like, it's
I like it too. I want to make that clear.
It's like still a very good movie and very enjoyable, and still has a lot of the, I don't know. I still really enjoy it, even if it is. I'd say it's probably the weakest.
That in Scream 3, which takes place, a lot of it is revolving around one of the stab sequels. And you have the actors portraying the quote unquote real life versions of the characters in the movie we're watching alongside them.
Mm-hmm.
And it's all centered around this plot of where, who was it? Was it Sydney's mother who used to be an actor? Is that what it was?
Sydney's mother went to Hollywood
before
going to Woodsboro.
She got, unfortunately, you know, she got like straight up raped and sexually assaulted and abused by the Hollywood producers and stuff like that. Which it mirrored what actually happened in real life with Harvey Weinstein so hard, but a decade before that stuff about Harvey Weinstein came out. And it's a movie that was produced by Harvey Weinstein's brother's production company, which I thought was...
Wow.
I didn't make that connection.
That's interesting.
If you go back... If you read up on the Harvey Weinstein case and then you go back and watch Scream 3, the parallels are... It's like... what did that writer know? Like, because this stuff is like so like one for one that it's almost like
I'm gonna watch that again tonight then, because I just watched, I can't remember what it was called, but it was a movie on Netflix, and it was about Harvey Weinstein and how these two investigative journalists were like going through and like trying to get reports from celebrities and stuff. So now that that's fresh in my brain, I'm gonna go back and watch Scream 3. And then I'll chit chat with you all later about it.
Definitely check it out. It's very much worth it. This one's notable in that it's the only Scream where there was only one killer. They tried to throw us off. There's only one. To me, a little bit disappointing, but I'm fine with it. They also, like, I think part of it too was that they wanted Stu back. They wanted Lillard back, and then for whatever reason, they just didn't. If you watch the Still Screaming documentary, he signed the paperwork. They paid him. They just never called him. Like, he was totally on board a return for Scream 3.
What was he gonna do?
Probably be revealed to be one of the killers.
Oh.
More than likely, as like a twist, like, haha, I'm still alive. I'm crazy.
I don't think I would have liked that.
I'm still waiting for it. It's coming someday. I'm still holding out hope. But be Sydney's half brother.
Yeah.
Who was born of the aforementioned.
Yeah.
And he's the director of the sequel, and all of the people that die in that movie die in the order that they do in the script.
Right. It's still. I think just because I said it's I think it's the weakest of the Screams franchise. And then it doesn't mean I don't.
Oh, of the
really
whole
like
franchise.
It. Yeah, I'm talking. I'm like.
Oh hell no! I thought you meant of the first 3. I was like, sure, I guess.
No, I'm talking about the.
You think of the whole franchise, it's not the weakest?
No, I don't like 4.
Oh, 4 is one of my favorites.
4
I
is
love
my
4.
favorite. 4 is my favorite.
I mean, I have a hard time because the original for me is just like it's so iconic that I love that to be like my favorite. But
I
4 is like
I watched that trilogy so many times as a kid.
Yeah.
Explains a lot. But like I would watch that so many times, like just over and over and over again. And then when the 4th one came out, I was like, this is lame. Like this is like, because it was kind of different. Basically, it went for. I mean, it's different for a reason because there was like a huge time jump, and in that time jump there was like technology, advanced. And the 4th one kind of there's like texting and there's all this other stuff that like isn't super prominent in all the other ones. Or sorry, the first 3. And I was just like, oh, I don't really like this. But
it's a transition film.
I like 5
for
and 6.
sure, but
I don't really super like 4. So one of you explain 4 because it's the weakest in my brain.
Vinny, do you want to do it? Or
Bret, no, you're so excited about it. I can tell
Sydney
you're like
is lured back because at the beginning it seems that our target is Sidney Prescott's like little cousin, Jill. Hayden Panettiere is in it as the de facto Randy character who loves horror movies and knows all the trivia and stuff like that. You have your nerd friend. You have all the tropes being represented in the friend group. And it turns out that the killer is trying to revive the Stab franchise as it is. And they've begun filming all of the murders. And like, I guess putting them out on the dark web or something along those lines.
They're live streaming the stuff. I can't remember the kid's name, but the kid who's in the AV club who is with the long hair and his buddy.
Something Culkin. Not Macaulay. This the younger
Culkin. Yeah, because he's got that headset on and it's got a little webcam on it. And so he's live streaming everything all the time. So he's seeing some of the murders happen in real time. His own murder got live streamed.
Yeah, he's not the killer. I'm sorry. The other AV club kid. Younger Culkin is one of the killers. Stab's my favorite character, Hayden Panettiere. I love her so much in that movie. She's so cute and adorable.
Yes.
So sad when she got stabbed. And we'll talk about Scream 6 in a bit. But then it turns out that the main killer, the brains, is more unhinged than even the Stu Macher side of things, and it's Jill. She's a complete deranged maniac.
She wants to be the victim. She wants to be the Sidney Prescott.
She wants Sidney's fame.
Yeah.
Psychotic.
That scene where she like stabs herself and is like she's like falling on glass and like Sidney's just like what the fuck?
It's like I thought it was a more unhinged callback to the first one. And
Emma Roberts is Jill,
amazing,
and she's so good in it, like just playing an absolute psycho.
Oh yeah, sorry, I get what you just say, the callback, because
about them injuring themselves.
Billy Loomis and Stu Macher like stab each other a little bit, like
they gotta get hyped up for it.
Yeah, they gotta get hyped up for it, but they're doing it so that they look like they were also victims,
right?
So that when they say, then they plant it on Sidney.
Should be noted that too, like during the course of Scream 1 and other Screams and stuff, like one of the killers gets injured, quote unquote, injured by Ghostface by being like cut on the arm to try and throw off suspicion. We saw that with Billy Loomis. I think we saw that in Scream 2 as well, in one of the like recording rooms or something like that. I think Mickey gets like cut on the arm.
I don't know if Mickey ever gets cut.
I don't remember the second one.
The boyfriend gets cut.
Oh,
they're trying to plant it on the boyfriend, but it's not him.
Would you see that happen again in 6?
It happens in 4. I mean, obviously Jill does it, but the other kid as well does it. And then it happens in 5 too, I'm pretty sure.
It
girl
happens
gets-
it happens in 6. Well,
Mhm.
the arm cut happens in 6 on Mindy.
Yeah.
The Randy type, Randy's niece. She gets in a scene where she gets cut on the arm, where Ghostface could have very easily just straight up killed her right there.
Yeah.
And just
Yeah.
chose, and twice she
No,
gets cornered and he chose not to kill her.
In the 5th one, the guy gets cut too.
Yeah.
When they're in the hospital.
Yes, it's the
Gets
boyfriend
cut.
who gets
Yeah.
cut there. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
That's right. You're right.
Okay,
So
so
this
fourth
is a
one-
common thread.
Jill's a victim. 5th one.
Jill, and also I want to point out, this is the first one where like I had no clue it was Jill. Zero. Like I kind of suspected in the other movies, like it wasn't like a shock to me that it was Billy and Stu. I think it had been spoiled for me by the time I watched it anyway, but like I
Mhm.
wasn't really, nothing was really shocking until it was Jill, because I bought hook, line, and sinker that she was not it. I had never suspected her even for a second. So the fact that it was her just blew my brains apart. 5, soft reboot. Incredible movie. It fully explains that it is a soft reboot. Like
Mhm.
Literally, like in the movie, they're like, "What's a requel?" And they're
Yeah,
like,
requel,
"What is
thank you.
this?" And it's like basically it's like a sequel, but it reboots this franchise, and it's
Mindy
it
does the
kind of
same thing that
mirrors.
Randy does and explains the rules, and then she
Yeah.
further
Yes.
expands on the rules of a requel, like legacy characters and new
And the
characters
rules-
related to the legacy characters.
The rules are so important in these movies too.
Yeah.
Like because you have to follow the rules, and they point out multiple times across the whole franchise. Here's the rules. If you don't follow them, here's what happens. And then they show you proof of that. You never say, it's the 2 cops, I'll be right back.
Mhm.
Haha,
Yeah.
you're not supposed to say that. And then boom, he and his partner
Yeah.
die. You're not supposed to go in the basement alone to get a drink. Well, Tatum ended up smashed in the garage door. So how did that work out for her?
Mhm.
R.I.P. Tatum.
Tatum.
Yeah.
Poor thing.
But
Sweet baby.
Never
Dewey
supposed
also-
to take a shower. Never supposed to have sex.
oh, you
Well,
certainly do
sex
not
is
get
a
jiggy
no.
with it.
You do not have sex. No, that is incorrect. But I
Yeah,
think I
taking a
can think
shower
of
is
a
a
way
no-no.
around that rule. If you just do it in a pile, I mean,
Just be at the
Also-
bottom of the pile so that
be
you're not like
in public and just do it in a pile. Then you can get your sin on and
So
get those urges
the 5th one ends
satisfied.
up. The 5th one ends up that it's people that were pissed at the most recent Stab movie.
Right.
Apparently, there was like a Stab movie that had come out where Ghostface had a flamethrower, and they were
It was
pissed
very-
about it.
Very like cheesy, corny,
Yeah,
Mhm.
sellout version of Ghostface, and he had like a
like the
chrome
shark,
mask.
the Sharknado of Ghostface. Style
Yeah,
thing.
and like
Yeah.
people were real hardcore Stab fans hated it, and but the Scream 5 is ultimately centered on Samantha, who we realize is
Billy Loomis' daughter.
okay. I was
Mhm.
getting to it, but you just said it.
Billy Loomis about
is
her.
is the
It's Billy Loomis'
Billy Loomis fooled around on Sidney Prescott? Shame on him. How could he? And the birth of that child was Samantha.
I mean, didn't he was
He was dating. No, he was dating
Sydney
Sidney
when
Prescott in high school.
during the time, like during when he
think-
messed around?
Does it matter?
I thought it was insinuated that happened before.
Are we really
because-
like that worried
okay.
whether or not the serial killer
Look,
was
look,
faithful or
look.
not?
Yeah, we are, because
Yeah.
Ghostface might be a murderer, and I can let that
Oh,
slide,
boy.
but I refuse to believe that he is an unfaithful person.
Well,
Kill
regardless,
people, that's fine.
he knocked somebody up, and the
Yeah.
birth and that child became Samantha, and she ultimately found out in an old journal of her mother's, confronted her mother about it. Daddy heard, and he left, so the whole family's broken up, and she kind of has some mental issues on account of all that. Also, not to mention that it might be somewhat hereditary, because it's revealed later on that she sees a young version of her dad, and he talks to her, and he's straight up like, "Let's kill some people." And
I mean, I dig it.
like I said, when you see him in 5 and he's just sexy as hell, just me and Julie,
Yeah.
we passed out.
We lose Dewey in the 5th movie, which is really sad. Dewey named who the killer was within like the first 3 minutes of screen time that he had.
He was
like, it's
amazing.
always the love interest, or you got to look at the love interest, and then Samantha's boyfriend was Warren.
This is how these movies throw you off, though. He said that, so you're like, oh well, it can't be him.
Yep.
And it was him all along.
Yep.
I didn't expect him. I did expect the other chick because just from the get-go, her attitude was annoying me. And I was like, she's kind of a bitch. Yeah. I was like, this girl's such a bitch, and she just gives me bad vibes. So I'm just going to say her. I did not expect the boyfriend only after the conversation with Dewey.
Jenna Ortega is so good in this, too.
Amazing.
Kind of mimicking the Scream 1 intro that we're so accustomed with, like the girl home alone in the kitchen answering a phone call or whatever. Just so good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It was so perfect. She is the half sister of Samantha, and they're like the main 2 characters of the Scream franchise at this point.
Yeah.
Like you said, Dewey dies. It's a requel, so not even legacy characters are safe. He gets killed ultimately, and also I want to mention Samantha fights off her boyfriend Warren, I think his name was Richie. Sorry, I don't know why I said Warren.
I don't either.
Richie, and I just love that scene where they're like, she's stabs this dude like 20 fucking like.
Dude, each time Samantha gets the chance to stab one of the killers, because she does twice, this bitch, she goes ham. She just like, you would think after a couple. Nah, she is like, I don't know. She lost double tap. She didn't do the double tap thing. She went straight to like 20, 30 times. Making sure that motherfucker's dead.
Brutal. And then he's like, what about my ending? Here it comes, and just slices his throat. So satisfying and good.
Oh yeah.
My God, I loved it.
Oh yes.
We
all
also
takes
lose
place in Woodsboro. So
yes.
the final death scene and all of that like tussle happens in the same house that the first movie took place in.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Poor Dewey in that movie. I feel so bad for him.
I wonder how much they were trying to parallel what happened to him in real life. Because he was married to Courtney Cox, Arquette.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
And then who's Gail Weathers?
They fell in love at working on Scream.
Yeah, and then by the time Scream 5 happened, they were already split up. So I wonder if they were trying, like, if he didn't want to play that song and dance anymore.
In fairness, they had divorced a long time before that, and like there's a large production gap between Scream 4 and Scream 5. So at that point, they're adults. They figured, although they do play like in their characters are also divorced, and they do play like these like forlorn lovers. So good. It's kudos to them for doing that. I don't know that I would be able to act in a movie with my ex-wife where I'm supposed to also act as her ex at the same time. Very.
I don't know if you guys heard complaints about Scream 5 because Dewey died, because that's a legacy character, and how are we going to do away with our legacy characters? And I don't know if you guys have seen Vikings or not, but the first, if you have or haven't, sorry, I'm going to spoil it a little bit. But in the first couple of seasons, Ragnar is this main character, and he has all these children, and eventually, you hit like, I think it's season like 5 or 6. In order for the story to progress and continue the series, you have to do that at some point. So they kill off Ragnar and they make it about his kids. And this isn't exactly the same, but you kind of have to get rid of the legacy characters to build further into this franchise if they want to make Samantha this new leading lady, and then their little friend group, the core 4, or the whatever they said.
They're very good.
They have to kill out the legacy characters so that they can progress.
If they fuck with Sidney Prescott, I will riot.
I think we need Sydney to be the final girl. She deserves
Gail
it.
Can die. I don't.
We'll get
care,
to that in a little bit, but I do want to point out that like Game of Thrones conditioned us all to accept the deaths of main characters.
That is true too, but that one, I mean, Game of Thrones still fucking hurts my feelings, bro. I've watched it like 3 or 4 times, and I
stopped watching it when Stark died. I kept waiting for like an arrow to stop the to stop the sword coming
In
down.
season 1?
You
Or
stopped
distraction,
real
and
early,
I'm
my
like, oh,
dude.
I was like,
You
oh,
stopped that
this-
early?
this is one of those shows where the bad guys just win and never get their comeuppance. I'm gonna just be mad the entire time I watch this, so never
You
mind.
have no idea of the pain and heartbreak that is that.
Why would I
fucking
subject
show
myself
then.
to that?
It's amazing. It's incredible. The last
Feel
couple
something.
episodes
Feel
of the last
something.
season, but
I never watched the show, to be honest with you. I watched like the first like couple of episodes, and I just couldn't get into it.
It's not
Codey?
for everyone.
I think we should abandon our podcast co-hosts and join each other because what the hell
wow,
is wrong
Clay,
with
I
that?
think we should
Wow.
abandon our podcast co-host and start our own podcast.
So what is our
That
podcast
no one will
going
listen
to be
to.
called? What do we want?
The core 2,
No,
the-
you're not.
the-
You're not a part of this conversation,
Oh.
Bret. It's between us.
The Better Than the Boys.
Okay.
Better Than the Boys. I keep workshopping that name, Vin. So Scream 5 heads on. They pass the torch, as it were. Dewey does in fact die. I mean, he's not the only one that dies. Lots of people die. We're also left to assume that one of the core 4, the brother, Minnie's brother, I can't remember his name off the top of my head, but Chad. But Scream 6 rolls around and turns out he survived. Thankfully, I really liked him and was really sad that he seemed to have kicked the bucket in 5. But they're the core 4 now. There's no Sydney's not even in this movie. Gail makes an appearance so that she can be stabbed a bunch of times. But she is not killed. But I want to point out, like, this is very much a send-off moment. I don't think we're ever seeing Gail again in any of these movies.
Yeah.
But her
Same.
send-off moment was just tell Sydney he didn't get me. And that was it. So I thought that was very kind of touching, especially when you have to deal with Ghostface every 5 years haunting your life. It's a big deal for them. And
So the 6th one is a requel mirroring of the 2nd one.
Of the
which
second
also
one,
is
you're right.
college. So the 2 main characters, the sisters, are in college. Well, maybe it's just the one, actually.
Yeah, I think the Jenna
younger
Ortega's
Jenna
character
Ortega's,
is in college, and her little friend group are college age, but Samantha is not, I don't think.
My favorite character from Scream 4, Hayden Panettiere, comes back. Turns out she lived, which if eagle-eyed viewers of Scream 5 will know that she's alive, because Dewey's like, I can't remember if it was a newspaper or a TV channel he was watching. Actually, I think it was a newspaper. It talked about an interview with a Scream victim, and in little teeny tiny letters you can see her name, Kirby, on there. So you're like, oh, she lived, yay!
I don't know if you saw in Scream 5 too that in Dewey's place he has an urn with Tatum's ashes in it.
He sure does. Fucking
oh my god, I almost
heartbreaking.
cried in the theater when I saw that.
Absolutely heartbreaking. But yeah, Hayden comes back. Kirby comes back as an FBI agent because, of course, you survive something like that. Rather than live in fear, just be the most badass version of yourself that you can be. And she becomes an FBI agent. Naturally, we get the classic scene where the first girl is killed, and it's my wife, Samara Weaving. It was really sad. The whole time I was like, please don't kill my wife. No, she's too hot to die. You might remember her from The Babysitter. What's Codey? I see you going like little in the corner of my screen.
This was the first movie. Okay, so like this was the first of the Scream franchises. Like, so the guy, you were probably getting to it. So I'm sorry if I cut you off, but she dies. Samara, whatever her name is, I don't know who the fuck
Weaving.
She is. She dies.
How dare you?
She dies. And then the guy takes his mask off in like the first like 5 minutes. And we're like, oh, holy shit. They're showing us right away who the killer is.
Yeah.
Like,
huge moment.
I knew that was really sus because I didn't recognize him immediately. So I was like, oh, something's real sus like, here. It's a copycat killer of a different variety.
So yeah, it ends up that like he and his friend were gonna like try and
finish the movie.
Finish the movie.
Richie's movie.
The movie that Richie in the 5th movie was trying to make.
And she was their film teacher.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was like, oh, she gave me a C or whatever.
Like,
I'm gonna kill that
seriously.
hoe. Like, what?
She's
Gonna
like
kill
an
her.
Australian
Be
goddess
better.
who loves horror movies, and she is subjected to like swiping on ugly dudes on an app. I was
You
so
know,
upset. I was like, "Come on."
I
the
do that way
costuming
sometimes.
director did the audience all sorts of favors by putting her in a gold dress. She looked phenomenal.
She was stunning.
Just
But
stunning.
as soon as old boy walked into his apartment, like the killer walked into his apartment, and he hollered for his roommate. Can you tell him from West Virginia? He hollered for his roommate. He hollered for his
He
roommate,
hollered.
and
He
then
hollered.
didn't hear nothing. I'm like, oh, here we go. We're getting
Yeah.
the classic
Killerception.
Yeah. And of course he gets a phone call from Ghostface, and he's like, I thought we said we wouldn't do the voice to each other.
Yeah.
How would you not know at that point? Like, as a viewer, you're like, God, you're so stupid. Like, how could you not get it?
Yeah. We're introduced to a bunch of new characters here. Well, I don't know about a bunch, but typical, like, you have to fill in some holes here. Mindy's got a girlfriend. There's the brothers.
First lesbian in Scream.
Is it? Well,
Yeah, I mean-
in Scream 5, she's a lesbian. 'Cause
I mean, she's
making out with
she
the girl
is
on
the first.
couch.
Yeah.
She's
Yeah.
the
But
first
it's her.
lesbian in the franchise.
Yeah.
Big claps for that.
Yeah.
But she has a girlfriend who's one of the main friend group. You have the brother's roommate, the nerdy guy, who was so obvious that I was like, it can't possibly be him because he's too obvious. Then you have Samantha's been sleeping with the guy across the way, so you have that guy as well. So like, this is your cast of suspects, and
their roommate, they have a roommate that's sex positive.
oh right, I forgot about her. I was also didn't suspect her at all. Vinny, you brought up a great point. You did not see the blades go in, like you just saw them thrown through a door.
Every other time you see somebody like in the main group of people die, you either like see it through the window, but you definitely see them at least get stabbed once or twice. You see that happen. And with her character, you don't see it. And then when she comes out of the door, she falls like face down. You could see that there's blood on her, but you can't actually see any injuries. Her hair is like covering her face and her neck. And then she's face down. And then they're like, okay, peace. And her dad, who is the cop or the detective, is the one who's like going in and investigating. Yeah, and I'm like, okay, first of all, if it was your daughter's apartment, there's no fucking way that they're gonna let you go in there and investigate that.
Right.
Absolutely not. So you see that, and then you're like, all right, well, we didn't see her die, and we know that her dad has like abilities because he's a detective. So to me, I was like, immediately, it's those two. I did not anticipate.
I was still shocked by
They were
I did not anticipate the third.
They were
That's
very suspicious. We don't know who it was because we're not going to spoil it, but that was very suspicious. We also get some scenes of like Mindy gets slashed on the arm in a scene where Ghostface could have easily just put the knife in her throat. He just slashes her on the arm and keeps going and lets her struggle and get away. Also corners her on a train where he stabs her in the gut and then just leaves. Like, didn't finish her off. So, like, I'm like, oh, it's definitely, like, the whole time, I must have suspected every single character in this fucking movie, except for the two people that it actually turned out to be. Did not, or however many it ended up being.
3 people.
I did not expect a single one of those people, but I suspected everybody else. Even when I was like, it's Samantha. She had a mental break. She doesn't know, they're doing a Bloody Valentine 3D, where the main character is the killer, but doesn't know it. And when she snaps, she turns into Billy Loomis' daddy, and he's just going on a killing spree. And
I would have really liked that too, though.
Or it's Gale Weathers, and she's pissed.
Something.
Or it's
also a good theory that Gale finally snapped.
I'm glad that they didn't go that route, though.
Another cool thing. Sorry. Another cool thing about this one was you had mentioned earlier the shotgun part, and the fact that so normally in these movies, if you run around a corner and there's people and you get where there are people again, like somewhere brightly lit, you're safe, you're fine. And so the sisters run into a bodega in New York City, like a small like corner store, and they're like, oh, we're good. And he just comes in swinging. He comes in and he just slashes people.
He's like, hey, there's a line here. What do you think you're doing, pal?
Like, slash. And then the guy behind the counter is like, and he like shotgun and then shoots shoots
You
him.
can't shoot
but
Ghostface. He's too
can't.
quick. He's the master of the duck and scuttle
Can't
away.
do it. And then Ghostface gets a shotgun, and then
I thought
he's
for sure he
chasing
was
them with
gonna
a
like
shotgun.
aim with the shotgun and then look at it and then just put it down and start stabbing.
Because
I thought he was going to do that. Nope.
his usual method is a knife.
This is the first time he ever used anything other than like a knife as a weapon, really.
I mean, he did use a garage door as a weapon.
No,
But yes.
yeah, I mean, he will kill people. Well, that's like an environmental kill. We've never seen him use a conventional weapon like a gun.
Or like push people down or whatever. But it was different. It was like it was new, and it was like, oh wow, people who have seen Scream, all the Scream movies, like this is different. Like
yeah, well, they even said too. They referenced in the beginning, like because it's the requel, but the second requel or whatever.
It's a franchise.
Yeah, so they're like, you have to make it bigger, because if it's not bigger and crazier and like more intense than the last one, people don't want the franchise, and they put so much importance on this. So the whole time you're like, okay, shit's gonna be just absolutely crazy, which it was because of the mask reveal in the very beginning. The shotgun, the three killers. You're like, holy.
They're naming all of the things that you should expect, and the brother and Chad is like beheadings, and then I was like, oh shit, Chekhov's beheading, and then later, like, no one actually dies by getting beheaded, but like a mannequin gets hit and their head falls off, and the guy's like beheadings.
Yeah.
Awesome
movie. Real quick because we need to wrap this up so that we can get into the second portion of our show. But where would Scream 6 fall for you guys in terms of like the whole series as a whole?
Either second or third for me.
Third for me, because number 1, number 4, and then number 6.
Okay.
I'd be 1, 2, 6.
I feel like that's pretty fair. I would go. I almost consider it's kind of cheating to put Scream 1 on the side since it was like the genesis of things, because I just enjoyed Scream 4 that much. But like Scream 4 wouldn't exist without like in any capacity. Like Scream 1 just laid the. I mean, so okay, Scream 1 number 1, Scream 4 for me, and then I think. Oh man, it's really a toss up between 5 and 6 for me.
Yeah.
Because I really liked 5 a lot. Like, but the train scene in 6 is so good and spooky.
The cinematography on these last 2, I feel like, has just been impeccable. I mean, they've done a lot of cool stuff, I think.
So the train scene that he's referring to is like they're on a subway train, because it's set in New York City.
Right.
They're on a subway train, and it's like around Halloween, and the Ghostface masks have been like super popular as a costume that year. And so there's like, they know the killer's out there. They know that like he's targeting them specifically, and they're trying to get to a safe place, but they have to take the train to get there. And they get in the train, and like everyone is wearing, like, not everyone, but like a lot of the train is wearing a Ghostface mask, and like
that strobe light effect, where like the lights go up and then you see them and they're a little bit closer and then they go out. Yeah. Oh my fuck. That was so good. It was like chilling.
Well, really good. This concludes the discussion portion about Scream. Go check it out in theaters, please. Or if you can, it's good. We promise.
It's good.
It's good. We promise. When we come back, we'll mind wipe Clay, Nick, and Vinny. And we'll be back with a thing.
Okay.
Look, I'm a professional.
Warning. Arming the guinea pig launcher. Warning. The test subject has been loaded.
Codey.
Yeah.
I gotta talk to you over here.
Okay. What's up?
Put your lab coat on. So I got some bad news.
Okay.
Got some really, really bad news.
Did you forget to turn the oven off again?
No, not that. Oh, actually, I should make a note to go do that here in a minute. But anyway, regardless, I got
you got rid of the keys.
I got the pizza poppers are probably burnt by now, but it's fine. Anyway,
so hungry.
Focus. Okay, so I black bagged Vinny, Clay, and Nick.
As you should have, correct?
I did.
Yeah.
I erased their memories. Turns out that Nick wasn't the real Nick.
Okay.
I should have told you this at the beginning of the show, but that's another clone. I cloned him again.
Okay, but where's the original?
Well, the original, as you'll recall, is still missing, but I did find a
Okay.
meanly worded note from the original Nick and from Crow and Pantaloons Nick, that clone, because that clone also escaped.
How? Okay,
They left
you
a
did
ven-
this once.
It's a vengeance.
How is it happening again?
Look, it stands to reason. The first Nick escaped, so then the clones of Nick also know how to escape. So there's something
You're no longer
in your
in charge.
security protocols that
You
lets
are
them
no
get
longer.
free. Look, regardless, they left a vengeance letter. I think they're in the walls.
That's all
somewhere.
you.
So there's
You're screwed.
a small army of Nicks amassing within the walls of the compound. I don't think
Can't
they can
believe-
escape the compound, but they're somewhere in here somewhere. And I expect that will resolve itself sometime in the future, someday.
I just keep
But
having to pick up your fucking mess.
Third Nick, Nick the third, Nick 3, Nick to the third power. That's definitely the best of the Nicks.
Nick cubed.
Nick cubed. Wait, wouldn't that be 4? No, regardless.
Mhm.
This won't happen again, and next time it'll be that Nick.
Mm-hmm.
I promise.
Mm-hmm.
Sort of.
You fucking pinky swear on that shit?
Here's the thing about my pinkies is
Yeah?
I left them in my other lab coat.
So what are we doing? What are we going? What are we?
Oh, we're starting a simulation, but hey, would you mind? I brought you your Diet Coke that you like. You should totally drink it.
I asked for Diet Cherry Coke, but
That's
you
what
know
it. That's what I
Fuck
meant.
it.
There's a cherry at the bottom.
No, there's not. Okay, I'm gonna drink it.
Okay, now that you've had your refreshment, remember when you said you were going to be part of the experiment this time, and I didn't have to drug you to put you in it?
Son of a. Ugh.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the experiment. The friend group, as it were, is alone at home with each other. All 5 members of this friend group are hanging out, having a great time. It's the weekend. We're in high school. We're hot and young and wet and wild, as it were. But first, I need a couple of rolls of a D20. Codey, would you mind rolling for Clay and Vinny, and I'll roll for Nick?
Clay got a 17.
Okay.
Vinny got a 3.
Okay. And now will you give me a roll for me? And I'll roll a roll for you.
You got a 19.
Interesting. Very interesting. Now, dear listener, the significance of these rolls is important because that is determining who is in fact the killer amongst us.
Mm-hmm.
Our other listeners will, whoever it is or is not, will know, and they will be communicating with me on the side. This totally will go off without a hitch, and it's going to be up to our other people in our friend group to figure out who the bad men or bad people are.
Woo.
Woo. So we begin our evening. Oh boy, howdy! Bret was set to get some beer from a shady man in a gas station, and he's returned with wine coolers. Sorry guys, this is the best I got. Rita's Strawberita Sparkling Margarita down the hatch. That's cold going down my throat because I missed my mouth.
Oops.
Clay,
Supposed to
you
drink on
are
the
the
inside.
strapping hot stud of a football quarterback.
That's funny.
Vinny, you are the queen mean and the most popular girl in all of high school. You're muted.
Yes. Thank you. As goes for the queen bees of high school. I might be pretty and I might be mean, but I'm not that smart.
Nick, you are the other star quarterback of the football team. We have 2 on this one.
Yeah, all right, bro. That sounds rad.
I wasn't expecting that.
That was so perfect.
I do want to point out though, Nick, that you're the type of jock that also has a softer side that appreciates the art secretly, but doesn't want others bros to know because he thinks that'll somehow devalue them, even though we all know it's cool. You know what I'm saying? Like it's kind of like
Yeah.
So,
Of course.
Nick 3, what are you doing later?
Oh.
Oh.
Codey, you are one of Vinny's hot friends. Most notably, you're in charge of the social networking of the school. Like all the rumors and stuff goes through you. You're very much like the mean girl that's like, oh my God, did you hear that Clay is not dating Sandra anymore? He totally dumped her ass. And I heard she smells anyway. You know, whatever.
Oh my God. So Codey is Gretchen Wieners.
I'm Gretchen Wieners.
I don't know who that is.
So fetch.
You've never seen Mean Girl? Oh, okay.
And I am just the poor little nerd that just happened to grew up with all of you on this street, but you guys just don't have the heart to break it off with me and just keep me around anyway. Oh God.
I gotta keep somebody around to cheat off the math.
Yeah, I might help you with your homework. And no one certainly not very suspectable.
Sounds like a motive.
Guys, I got the wine coolers that nobody wanted. I couldn't get the beer. Dirty Dave down at the corner. Just he wouldn't do it. He wanted a blowy for it, and I just wasn't gonna do it this time.
You had literally one job.
Like seriously, don't yell at me this time. Last time you made me pee my pants.
Can we go ahead and start a rumor that he did pee his pants this time too?
We're supposed to be friends, Vinny.
We are friends. I show my love through gentle bullying.
Oh.
Oh, Rebecca says you peed your pants last year as well. Oh.
This is fucked up.
Maybe keep it in your pants.
It is in my pants. I'm wearing suspenders. Can't you tell?
Do you need some adult pull-ups? They make those now.
You know what?
So what are we gonna do, you guys? I mean, these fucking wine coolers. I mean, we can still get drunk off of them, right?
I think we should watch a scary movie.
Oh,
I'm too scared of scary movies.
What's your favorite scary movie?
Oh, the one with Scooby Doo. Where are you? Oh.
You need to be more specific.
Oh, the one where the mummy turns out to be Old Man Jenkins.
Okay.
Nick, and that's scary?
Yes, I mean, I got scared. Nick,
So what streaming service is that on?
Oh, shit. Hulu Prime?
Oh. Nick, do you want to watch that or do you want to go do something else?
Ooh.
Let's see.
Yeah, I'm actually audibly saying, ooh.
See. It's like, yeah, man, actually, I gotta go get my cardio in for the evening. I'll stay in shape.
Saucy.
Codey,
literally means that he needs to go to a run.
Yeah, Codey, I need a death card.
Whoa.
That's a nat 1.
Does that mean you're the killer? Because you're telling me to get a death card?
Nope, not at all. This is affecting the game.
Guess there's not. You don't get to choose one. You trip on a suspicious.
Your choice has been ripped from you. What is it?
He trips on a suspicious looking flesh vine.
How fitting. So Nick Bro leaves the house, politely turns Codey down in whatever bro fashion he can, and goes for a run. He's got to keep that 6-pack engaged. And during his run,
kind of cardio. I was excited. Okay.
Nick is on a run, and he makes it about a block before he trips over a suspicious-looking flesh vine. Nick, what would you like to do regarding that?
Let's see. Okay, so obviously it's pick myself up You're like, hey man, who left that here? This is a tripping hazard. Someone could get seriously injured. And I'm gonna look for something to cut it with.
Really? Okay.
Yes.
We could do that. Codey, can you give me a roll?
8.
8. You look around, but you don't see, like, this is the middle of the street, man. There's just nothing laying around. Nothing at any rate that would be particularly useful.
Well, in that case, he's gonna
It
jog back
is-
to the house.
It is nighttime, I should mention also. So
course.
the only thing illuminating would be the street lamps and the occasional passing car.
Spooky.
Real quick, back at the house, since he just left to go for his run and do all that tripping and stuff, what is everybody else doing?
Well, we decided we didn't want to watch Scary Movie because, or not a Scary Movie, but we
Yeah,
didn't
it
want
was
to watch
too
the Scooby-Doo. It was too scary for you,
Scooby-Doo's
so
pretty scary too.
we
God,
decided
such a
actually
whiner.
to put on Scream, the first one.
I don't think I've ever seen this one.
Yeah, I know. That's why we suggested it. We're trying to get you into it because me and Cody really like it.
I'm
So,
gonna
who's the killer?
I'm gonna go get a drink from the kitchen. I leave the room.
And as he goes there, I'm gonna go upstairs to. I'm still a little.
Oh, she's a little
excited.
freakazoid.
I'm a little
There you
excited,
go.
so I gotta go upstairs.
Well, Clay, what do you want to do? We need to give Cody a couple of minutes, and Brett's getting a drink, so
What can we do?
should we go get snacks?
Sure.
Okay, so I guess we'll just go in the kitchen with Brett. It's probably best if we don't leave him alone anyways, but I don't know
Yeah,
how are we not going to leave Cody alone now that
Wow,
Nick is
Cody-
I mean, I can go check on Cody.
Cody, I need a gift card.
It's the gift for me because
We'll
there you
see-
go.
We'll see
I'm a
what it
little
is,
upset.
and then I'll interpret. Oh no, I don't like that. Cody's
My-
choice. So you two walk into the kitchen together, Clay and Vinny. Brett's nowhere to be found. But instead you find
What do we find?
you find a knife.
a knife, a hunting knife,
A hunting knife.
full-sized hunting knife.
What
Fantastic.
the fuck is this doing here?
Yeah, I don't know. Whose house are we even at right now? I was kind of drunk when I got here, to be honest.
Yeah, I've been pre-partying.
Whose house are we at?
I'm guessing Cody's. Since
I guess
he's
because she went
upstairs.
upstairs.
The dice rolled and it's Cody's.
Okay, so why does Cody have this huge like hunting knife in her kitchen? That's weird.
And where is the whiner?
Yeah, I don't know. He probably had to pee and didn't want to get in his pants. So bathroom.
Nick, on your way back.
You want to lock him in there?
On your way back. Nick, you successfully run like 6 miles within like 8 minutes or so.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Most
you're a beast. And on your way back, you're on your way to the house, and in the bushes out front, you hear what sounds to be like the sound of crying.
Oh no.
What would you like to do?
Let's see, do I have a flashlight or anything?
No, you went for a
that's right,
nighttime
yeah.
jog. You have no flashlight upon thee.
Let's see. Well, if I try to go into the darkness again, I might trip again, and I don't want to do that.
Thank you for reminding me. Okay.
How close am I to the house?
This is the bushes out front of the house.
Okay, I'm gonna be like, hey, if I don't even know what I'd say. Hold on, it's like,
Well, you are a bro, so that stands
Yeah.
to reason.
Yo, someone out there, if you're not okay, give me a minute. I'll be right back.
Okay. You announce yourself and say that you'll be right. If you're not okay, I'll be right back. And then what are you gonna do?
I'm gonna go back in the house.
Oh, hang on.
I need materials.
I need materials.
Yes.
For what? What are you gonna do in the bushes with that
that's-
person who's crying?
That's a T-shirt in of itself. But Cody, I need another gift card. That was an amazing roll.
Okay, let me find
I
it.
need materials.
I need materials.
Jeez. Figure out what my pie. We've used a lot of gift cards this season. The Heart of Stephie.
Nick, you successfully enter the living room, and on next to the little counter where people toss their keys, you find in a little bowl the Heart of Stephie.
Oh, nice. I don't know what it is, but
It glows.
It's a green, gleaming, glowing rock.
Oh.
That's the Heart of Stephie.
I feel unnaturally drawn to take it, so I pick it up and I check it out.
Okay.
But it doesn't emit enough light, so I announce, "Hey, y'all! I need both a shovel and a flashlight in that order."
What?
The fuck?
That's really confusing, and I don't really trust the shovel thing. So I think, can I take the hunting knife off the counter and just like put it in my put it on my belt loop or something? Keep it with me. Pants it.
Vinnie,
Yeah.
you successfully are first to take the knife, which is fine because Clay, you brought your favorite samurai sword.
He still has his katana.
Still has a katana. Yeah,
Let me see if I can find it.
black blade
Yep, there
katana.
it is.
Does this mean I still have Rockbert?
Yeah, I'm a black
No,
belt.
Rockbert fell in the lake.
Yeah, I don't
But we
think you ever-
rescued him.
we
He
did.
got
We
he's a ghost now.
Oh, then yeah.
I should go get my actual katana.
Rockbird, Bret
That's a problem.
returns from somewhere and goes, "Hey guys, I was just taking a nervous poop, and I found this weird rock ghost in the bathroom. Hey guys, it's me, Rockbird."
Rockbert
Yay.
talked.
The group
Rockbert's back.
expands.
expands.
God, kill us all.
It's okay. Rockbert really just wants to chill in my pocket, and that's all he wants to do. He just wants to be close, so he won't bother anybody.
Fantastic. Vinnie, you scoop him up and say, "That's my son. Don't talk to him." And he goes into your pocket, never to be heard from again.
Bro, that's kind of weird, but I can dig it.
Speaking of digging, should the three of us go to the garage for a shovel?
I'm gonna go. Should we go check on Codey?
Just fucking dead somewhere. I mean,
You should. Do you want to go check on Codey, and I'll go with Nick to get the shovel?
Yeah, I'll
and
go
the
check on
flashlight?
Codey. I'll go check on Codey. You go with Nick.
Okay.
Well, hold on, guys. There's like someone crying out in the bushes out there, or maybe some kind of injured animal.
I thought that's what we were getting, the shovel. And
No,
flashlight.
no, the shovel's for the vine.
Oh.
What
Oh,
vine?
I tripped on a vine.
Right. So
Serious
do we want to
trip
help the
hazard.
person first, or do we want to get the vine first?
Well, I need both the shovel and the light to do both, so whatever comes first, yo.
Let's hit the garage, get the stuff, and then go help the person.
You guys heard a strange pulsing sound. It happened a couple of times, and you're not sure what exactly it means, but at the present moment, at least, I mean, for all you know, it could be like Codey upstairs messing with the speaker, playing a tune that just is one weird note at a time, and no way a YouTube video that started too soon.
I thought it was Cody's new toy that she told me about.
It
but,
could have been. It could be. You don't know. So, real quick,
I
recap.
do.
Clay, you're going upstairs to check on Codey?
Yes.
Okay. And Vinnie and Nick are going to the garage to check for a shovel. Is that right?
Mhm.
Yes.
Well,
And then-
I want to get the flashlight first. Yo, can we get a flashlight first? Because we need
Yeah.
a flashlight.
Unfortunately, this is Cody's house. You wouldn't know where the flashlight is, but it stands to reason that there would be a flashlight in the garage as well.
it's actually not a flashlight in my.
Insane. There's like 50
Yeah.
flashlights in my house, but
I use
regardless.
my phone flashlight.
Well, I guess we might as well go. I'll go ask Codey.
Be a final girl. So you want to go upstairs as well?
Yeah.
So we all can just ask Codey where
everything is.
Okay.
So we're not just bubbling around the house all night.
All three go to upstairs to look for Codey.
What is Bret doing? What is the nerd doing?
I'll get to that. You three decide amongst yourselves to go upstairs to talk to Codey and just leave Bret in the living room. Hey guys, okay, I'll just be here.
Come too if you want, dude.
Okay, guys, we really shouldn't be splitting up and leaving people by themselves.
It's
I'll
fine.
stay behind. I'll stay behind with Bret.
I
and
gotta
you guys
take a
can go check
no.
out
It's
Codey.
fine, Vin. You're too hot for me. I gotta go take a nervous poop just looking at you. I'll be right back.
Well,
Bret
then I'm
goes,
staying in the kitchen outside the bathroom because I don't trust you.
okay. Bret retreats to the bathroom. Vinny stays in the kitchen, and Nick and Clay go upstairs to check on Codey. Upstairs, this is a modest middle to upper class home. There's a bathroom upstairs. There's a couple of bedrooms. Where would you like to search?
I'm just going to go and probably go to the room that says Codey on the door.
Am I 5?
Apparently.
Yes.
You push open the door to Cody's room. However, you do not see her anywhere near her race car bed.
It's pretty rad bed, bro.
She's not in that bed. She's not in that room.
Is it me? Because that's pretty psycho. Like that's a psycho thing.
Yeah, it's unhinged.
Though, isn't there like a really big streamer that has a race car bed and he slept on camera?
Oh, probably. I don't know.
I can't remember his name. Continue.
I guess you guys can continue checking around the upstairs. Bret's still in the bathroom. Vinny, is there anything you'd like to do while you're in the kitchen?
I actually think I'm gonna go out onto the back porch and smoke a joint while I wait for everybody.
Okay.
This night's been really stressful and I kind of just want to like calm down and chill and enjoy this movie with my friends.
Okay. Codey, when we last heard from you, you were upstairs. What were you doing up there?
You really need me to explain that to
No,
you?
I sure don't.
So I did that. And then I came downstairs. And I guess who am I seeing downstairs?
She came downstairs and then she came downstairs.
I don't think you'd be able to get downstairs without first bumping into Clay and Nick, who are upstairs looking for you. So you.
No, I took the other stairs, the ones that are there's.
There's two sets of stairs. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. When I said this was a modest middle to upper class home, I meant to say this is an upper class home.
It's got servant stairs. It's okay.
Yeah. She took the dumbwaiter down.
Well, because my room doesn't have. I have like the loft room, and it doesn't have a bathtub, like a bathroom, like connected to it.
It's really a Scooby Doo.
Your girl kind of has to like
doors.
Your girl has to wash her hands,
time.
but I don't want to like.
Yeah.
So
Yo, Clay, is it just me, or is this house like a lot bigger on the inside, dog?
I know, right?
So no, I came down and I'm like in the second bathroom downstairs, and I come out of that.
Like you
Vinny,
can get lost in this house.
Vinny, you said you went to the outside, right?
Mm-hmm. On the back porch.
Okay. And Codey, you said you went to the downstairs bathroom?
So there's two bathrooms.
Right. There's an upstairs and a downstairs.
No, there's two downstairs and there's one upstairs.
Oh, well, excuse the fuck out of me. What are you?
But I heard someone go into the upstairs one, so I went downstairs.
Okay. What are you?
Think,
what?
Didn't Bret go to poop?
Nervous poop? You wouldn't know that.
I heard the door closed, so I went downstairs.
How about this? Codey, you investigate something that you thought you heard and open one of the bathroom doors. The rest of you, hang on.
Okay.
Everybody's gonna hear this. Codey is gonna scream. Yeah, I meant sneeze, and then she screamed.
It's 9:42 at night. I'm not screaming.
You all rush back downstairs to investigate the sound of Codey's scream. only to see a bloody mess in the bathroom. Bret is dead. Throat slashed, stabbed several times.
What the hell, man? What the hell?
Wow.
Just entirely deadoed.
So he was
Bro, are you
stabbed?
okay?
He was in fact stabbed.
What the fuck?
I kind of want to look in the kitchen at the knife block and make
The
sure
knife that
nothing's
you
missing.
took? You took a knife.
I have a knife, but my knife is clean.
Codey, you would not have.
Outside
You would not
stuff.
know at this point that Vinny has a knife. I want to
That's
point out
true.
you were
That's
not
true.
there
That's
when
true.
you picked it up.
How do you know that if you were upstairs, Codey?
But also,
I
You're supposed to
do.
be my friend.
Doorbell ring.
Somebody order pizza?
I think we have more pressing matters than pizza.
I'll
Oh
go
yeah,
get the
like
door.
also there might have been someone dying in the bushes outside, y'all. I don't know. Kinda missed it.
Not my pasture, not my bullshit.
you guys hear a doorbell followed by some poundings on the door.
Codey, it's your house. Go get it.
Okay, cool. I'll go get it.
Okay.
I examine the body, make sure that he's actually
Vinnie,
dead.
what the fuck did you do?
I'm showing you my knife. There's nothing
Okay.
on it. You can
Okay.
see it's not bloody.
Slow down. Nick, you investigate the body. It's clear that Bret has been stabbed several times and had his throat slashed. He is 100% deadoed, unless this is the most convincing. I don't
You were the
know.
last person with him, and you have a goddamn knife, Vinnie.
Codey, you go to the front door. What are you doing?
So I open the door, and who do I see? What do I see?
Oh, you see a man dressed in a pizza man attire with a pizza, and he basically says, "Hey, it's me, Jet from school. Hey guys, you having a cool person's party with my little brother Bret? Anyway, here's your pizza."
I'm gonna close
Bye.
the door on him. I'm just
Okay,
gonna close
well,
the door on him.
you didn't even take the pizza.
No.
Okay, fair enough. You slammed the door in his face.
Someone just died.
Fair enough. I mean, granted, it was his brother, but I guess he doesn't get to know. I guess.
No. So I'm
Okay.
gonna go back and say, like, you guys, like, his brother is outside right now. Like, what do we do? Also, did anyone order pizza?
I don't think we should tell him that Bret is dead because
We shouldn't tell him you fucking killed him.
I didn't kill him.
Whose phone is that?
Ugh, sorry, 1 second. Hello?
Hey.
Who is this?
Oh, it's just little old me.
Guys, I think somebody's trying to prank call.
Oh,
Did you guys
sorry.
tell anybody we were together? Like, Codey, are you like posting on Instagram or something?
No, it's just me. You know me.
I don't know you. I'm the most popular girl in my school, and I don't know who you are.
Oh, well, I know you're popular. Is Bret home?
I don't know a Bret. Who are you?
You don't know him, or he's dead in a bathtub right now, you stupid skank.
How would he know this? And you just call me a skank?
I sure did, Vinny.
You're dead, motherfucker. Like, you guys are never gonna believe this. How did
Okay,
somebody
well.
just know?
She just hung up on the killer. Okay.
He called me a skank. What else was I supposed to do?
I mean, that's fair. You know, respect women, and we respect women on this show.
We're sex positive here, so
Absolutely. Look, guys, I'm gonna level with you here. The group needs to find a way to escape this house.
Fuck.
Well, I don't feel comfortable going out the front because what if his little brother had like a like he did it because he hates his brother? What if he's the killer? And now we all know and we all suspect him, so he thinks we're gonna kill him.
wait, who's drunk right now? Because can anybody drive?
Shit.
Wait,
We're all drunk.
Well, I didn't drink, I smoked. Maybe I can still like get
You
us
said
out
you
of
were
here?
drunk before you got here.
Oh, I'm high, I forgot.
Can someone go get that? I'm
There's
scared.
another knocking on the door.
Call the cops.
Oh, that's a fair thing to do there. You dial 911. Unfortunately, you're met with a pre-recorded message that say all the cops are at the cool kids party across town. In order to reach them, you're gonna have to get to that house party.
Okay.
Guys,
Somebody
cops
has
all
to
through
answer
a
the
party
door.
for cops.
Um,
Can't get them on the phone.
Clay, can you go answer the door?
yeah. I'm gonna go answer the door.
Thank you. It's probably just his brother again. I mean, we have to figure out what to do, you guys.
All right.
Should
Clay?
we let him in?
Anybody want
Open
to
the
answer
door.
that? Should you let him in?
Who is it?
It's Bret's brother. It's Bret's
Clay
older brother.
opens the door, and it's Brett's brother, Jet, older brother, Jet, the pizza delivery man.
The
Hey,
older
are you
brother.
gonna pay for this pizza? In mid-sentence, as he says that, Ghostface appears from behind him and stabs him in the back, and then slits his throat, and blood sprays all over Clay. Who then screams in terror. You guys should probably run at this point. Clay, what do you do?
I'm gonna kick the door shut.
Perfect. That's standard reasoning. Clay,
I just realized I have a katana.
well, too late. You already clicked the door shut, and oh my God, Vinny, are you okay?
Ghostface killing Vinny in this.
Matrix has
Vinny!
invaded the system. I knew you were the perfect woman, and because the perfect woman doesn't exist, you're an AI.
Oh my God.
This is like
No, my webcam
take
is
it back.
broken.
We're doing the
love it.
cyberpunk episode now.
My webcam is broken, so like it
Jesus
has to sit
Christ,
where-
Vinny, I've never seen that before.
If it doesn't sit in the port like exactly still, and I like move the cable at all, it starts freaking
You
out.
literally look like a Cortana person right now.
I know I need a new one.
No,
Anyways,
note to self: buy Vinny a new webcam.
I need one. But anyways,
Guys, it's
we need to run.
It's time
Yeah.
to run.
I'm running upstairs. I'm going straight to my room. And
I'm coming
not
with
paying
you.
attention. I'm not paying attention. Okay, cool.
I'm going to run. Fuck. Where's Nick at? Nick, where are you going?
You continue to hear the door going absolutely. Ghostface is trying to get in. You are
How
also
fucking
hearing
strong is
this.
that door?
You're also hearing this music right now.
How fucking strong is that door?
I mean, he's kicking it pretty hard.
Codey, quick! I have an idea.
Okay.
Take your shoes off and open the window and put your shoes on the floor in front of the window. I'm gonna buy you some time. I want you to hide underneath your bed and don't come out until I say so. I'm gonna make it look like you got out of the window and you made an escape, and then he'll
Okay.
follow outside.
Okay, thank you. I'll do that.
Welcome.
Just as you do this, the music stops, the sound at the door stops, and it's fallen eerily quiet. Nick, what are you doing right now?
I look at Clay, I'm like, bro, we gotta go lock the back door. We gotta run, because that's what we do.
He's a real smart, this one. So Nick, you're gonna go try and lock the back door?
Yes.
Yes.
I run with Nick to the back door. So we're both downstairs, right?
You run to the yes, and Vinny and Codey, I guess, are upstairs. In true Final Girl fashion. You both run to the back door, and it is wide open.
Oh, bro, this blows.
Bro, this blows. Just as you're about to, I'm assuming you would shut the open door, correct? Thinking
Yo,
real hard.
Clay,
Are
you
you not? Yeah, you're really thinking about that.
But the way I see it, we got two options here. Either we close the door and he's already in the house, and then we're stuck in here with him, or we try to leave and he only opened the door to trick us into thinking that we should leave. I don't really know how to say the rest of it, but you see where I'm getting at here.
You say that, but as you do, you realize that it's not Clay next to you, but it's Ghostface. Ghostface swings a fucking katana at you, and narrowly misses, chopping your fucking arm off. Nick, what would you like to do?
I'm going to run because I never got my shovel. Damn it!
Fair enough.
Wait a minute.
Someone's
still
still
have any
crying
of-
in the bushes out there.
Completely unaware. Hey, question: do I still have any of the stuff that Crow and Pantaloons had?
No, that's a different clone.
Damn it!
Oh, that sucks. Well, I guess I can put those away.
Yeah, I'm gonna dodge and try to retreat.
You successfully managed to get a little bit of distance, but Ghostface is still on top of you. He is coming full bore at you with a black katana.
Okay. Is there any like furniture, like small tables, anything that's not nailed down that is conceivably light enough that I could wield?
What's the
14.
roll? 14. You look around and you see a vase on a nearby table that you could grab within arm's reach.
Okay, I'm going to grab it and throw it at him. Or
Okay.
her, because, don't want to
Codey, give me
assume
a
their
roll.
gender.
8.
Okay, 1 second. You throw it, however, the Ghostface, with his incredible ninja skills, slices it in half. Doesn't shatter, it just slices in half and falls to the floor, where then it does, in fact, shatter. And Ghostface is now upon you. He goes to slash at you with the sword. And, he cuts you deep across the chest. This is bad.
Oh.
The blood is spurting everywhere. Put a pin in that. Codey and Vinnie, what are you guys doing upstairs?
Cody's hiding under the bed. She put her shoes in front of the window, and when Ghostface comes up here, or if he tries to come up here, I'm gonna make it look like she made an escape.
Okay. Codey, did you go under the bed?
Yeah.
Okay. Codey, under the bed, you can't help but notice there's like weird fleshy vines all underneath it. It's gross. They're kind of pulsating with a weird orangish red energy. Honestly, it's not good.
Okay, I'm gonna not be under the bed then.
Oh, you're gonna leave the bed?
Yeah, I'm gonna be like, I don't like this. Like,
Sounds gross. You should probably come out.
yeah,
I didn't
don't
realize
get
it was
over
gonna be
here.
gross under there.
Let's
Sorry.
go in the closet instead.
Okay.
7 minutes in heaven coming right up. That's
I'm ready.
Just
That's
gonna
how-
kill some time.
That's how we get started
Wow.
on this show.
We gotta seduce Ghostface. It's always
That-
He's
that-
gonna
that-
come in and we're gonna be like, join.
No, Ghostface just comes in the room and it's just them laying on the bed seductively.
Yeah, he comes in, he's like standing there, then he just does like the head cock to the side. Yeah.
Stab me, daddy.
All right, Vinny, you go into the closet. Stab me, daddy. Is that the name of this episode? Vinny, you go into the closet.
It is now.
We'll put a pin in that. Nick, you've just been slashed across the chest. You're not dead. Hey, that's a good picture. What are you gonna try?
Let's see. Like, oh, dude.
Vinny, you should get your body pillow and bring it to the camera. You should the safe for work side.
I have it.
Dying?
If
What is Nick
I-
doing?
Very
Nice.
cute.
Or hold on, look what Klayshen got me.
Oh, the full body sexy ghost face.
That's yep.
That sure is a penis.
That is something. I didn't see
Bondage
that.
ghost face.
I didn't see that part. Like, I don't know how to blur things. I guess I'll put a picture over it. I guess when I edit this. God damn it, Nick, what are you doing? I'm sorry.
It's like, Hirsch's like, oh, bro, if you were trying to kill me, that thing with the face would have been really impressive.
Yeah. Would you?
And then,
Okay.
like, he's gonna drop low and try to like go in for a low tackle.
Ooh, I like that. I like that a good deal.
Using your football skills.
Cody, what's
He got
your...
a 4.
Oh no, Nick, I'm
Sorry, bud.
so sorry. You go low and go in for your. I will say it is a very athletic move you're going through here, being as you're like this very athletic individual. Unfortunately, it's no match for a katana, which then lodges itself squarely into your neck, and you drop, presumably dead.
Oof. Well, rip.
Rip Nick the Third.
Vinny, upstairs, you're in the closet, and you shut the door, and you look to your left and right, but you notice that Cody's not there anymore. But you do see weird red vines everywhere. Like, they're sticky and gooey and really gross.
Well, for the second time in my life, I'm going to come out of the closet.
Hell yeah, sister.
Yeah. So I'm going to leave the closet. I heard a thump downstairs anyways, and I feel like I should go see what's going on. I haven't heard anything from Clay and Nick, and I don't know where Cody went, so I gotta go.
So you go downstairs. So you go downstairs and you find Clay kneeling over Nick's body, and he's just weeping, covered in blood, going, bro. Clay?
Dude, what happened?
What have you done?
Fuck! I didn't do jack shit!
You're the one who had a sword, and last I looked, he's got a sword sticking out of his neck.
Vinny, we'll backtrack there. There's no sword there. It's just Nick laying in a pile of blood.
Okay, fine.
But
He's
Clay
a
does
forensic
have a
student,
sword.
she
Clay
knows.
does have a sword, I want to point out. But it's
You have a
not
sword, and I caught you standing over his dead body, covered in blood. What are you doing?
And you have a knife, and we found what's his name with his throat slashed in the bathroom. What's your point?
It could have been from a sword. It doesn't need to be from a knife. And like I said, my knife is clean. What is that?
I heard music, but I was gonna come downstairs.
Cody comes downstairs.
But I also
midst
saw
of
the
this.
killer outside. How am I the killer if I saw him trying to break in?
You're the only one who saw that. You could be making it up.
You heard somebody outside banging on the door.
Yeah, that could have been Bret's older brother with the pizza.
After he was stabbed in front of me?
You guys do hear something by the back door.
Fuck. We forgot to
Cody.
close the goddamn back door.
Where have you been?
I went into the
Clay,
closet.
are you closing the back door?
Yes. Come on, guys. We need to close the back door.
Thank you, Clay. That was a really nasty roll. As you go to close the door, you start to notice that red vines have just formed all around the frame, and it's almost as if like the space around you is kind of like morphing, like something's kind of coming out. When suddenly a giant, like 7-foot tall creature with a flower for a head, covered in gray flesh, emerges.
What the hell?
The Demogorgon screams. And yeah, it's on like Donkey Kong. Clay, it swipes at you suddenly and furiously with its talons.
I'm gonna dodge.
Cody, give me a roll.
16.
You successfully dodge. The talons come down and shatter the hardwood floor with such force. Vinny, Cody,
I'm assuming we're running away.
You
Yeah,
see
I'm
a
running.
Demogorgon
We're running away.
here. Spoiler alert,
Did he grab-
Nick tripped on the vines from Stranger Things during
Okay.
his run, and the
Did he-
Demogorgon has been encroaching ever so closely this entire time.
Clay, did you still have your sword, or had you dropped it?
He still has the sword. Yes,
Okay.
he still has the sword.
Well, then Vinny has a knife. We're fucking booking it. We're gonna go to the other side of the house.
Yeah, I'm gonna book it with you all. Fuck it.
You guys are leaving the house?
Well, Vinny and I are going to the other side of the house.
Other side. I'm sorry, I misheard.
Yeah, I'm getting the fuck away from this thing.
So I was rolling because Vinny and I are gonna go, but I rolled.
It's fine
for Clay to see if he successfully escapes. Because you're like, it's like right in front of him, right?
Yeah, give me the number.
A 2.
Oof. Okay. Clay, you're able, with your muscly body, able to jump out of the way of that initial talent strike. However, the second one does strike you and sending you flying backwards into the room beyond. Yeah, it hurts. It hurts a lot. But you're not dead.
Fuck.
Vinny, you run over to the other side of the house.
And I'm with her.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh my god, I think it's him again.
Oh my god.
Hello?
Hey, Vinny, it's me, the killer. Look, you probably should have hung up on me last time. Damn it. But I was trying to warn you about because we're boyfriend and girlfriend. I was trying to warn you about the Stranger Things monster, the Demogorgon that was on the way, but you hung up on me so rudely that I just had to stab Nick in the neck.
Why didn't you just tell me it was you?
Look,
I could have helped you.
I mean, you could have, but you chose not to by hanging up on me.
Because you didn't tell me who you were.
It's foreplay at this point, Vinny. How many times have we done this?
I want to point out we promised we wouldn't use the voice on each other.
The Demogorgon is encroaching. It is inside the house. I want to throw a Hail Mary here, Codey. Can you give me a roll for Nick?
Is it going on Clay? On Nick?
throw me a
nat 20.
Oh! As you are all cornered by the Demogorgon, Nicodemus Rexx rises, holding his neck wound closed with his hand, his arm outstretched with his hand, and his latent psychic power comes to as he grabs the Demogorgon with his power, thrusting it up against the wall and paralyzing it. Nick, would you like to say anything?
Bro, what you gotta know is I've seen the Evil Dead movies like 30 times. Omae wa mo shinderu. And yeah, I know those aren't related, but I've killed Bret. No, Bret.
Bret is dead.
Fucking great.
Oh
Fucking great.
With that heroic line, Nick banishes the Demogorgon back to the Upside Down in a fury of ash and psychic power as he screams at it uncontrollably before collapsing from the blood loss. It's at this point that Clay stands back up next to Vinny, Codey on the other side. What do you guys want to do?
I'm holding my knife out at this point. I've pulled it out because I don't trust either of them. They could be the killer. I know Codey was with me this last time I got the phone call, and Clay wasn't.
I was right here in front of you.
But Clay was also getting attacked. No, we ran to the opposite side of the house. You weren't with us when we got the call. You were being attacked.
You're being attacked by the Demogorgon.
But it could have been a fake attack.
All of Nick's wounds were long. They were like long slashes that are not like a knife slash. It's like a little bit. Can we see your katana? Is there blood on it?
Show us your katana, Clay.
Show us your katana, Clay.
Clay, are you going to show the katana?
Yeah.
It is drenched in blood. He did not do the knife wipe. He did not do the classic.
It was Clay. Clay killed Nick.
Clay, it has been revealed you are, in fact, the killer. You drop the guise of your cool quarterback high school self, and it is time for Stabby. What was your motivation this whole time? He's the Schumacher of this bunch.
Oh my god.
Yeah, jeez.
Well, I'm not sticking around to hear what he has to say. Vinny,
I don't care. Let's
Okay,
go.
let's go upstairs.
no.
Let's go upstairs. Fuck it. So we're gonna go upstairs.
Monologue.
That's the worst. We can't go upstairs.
You heard her. She went. You both run upstairs.
I want to split up.
Villain.
We can't split up. Why are we splitting up?
You're trying to go upstairs.
All right, settle down.
Best say yes. Neither of them can hide.
Clay is in the throes of villainous laughter as though he's about to start a monologue.
Okay, well, where are we going then?
Codey yells at Vinny to run upstairs. Vinny says, no, we should split up. But what are you two actually going to do?
I think we should run out the front door.
I think I'm just like sick of your shit, and I'm gonna grab your knife and stab you.
Whoa!
Oh.
Please tell me that's not allowed.
Bitch, I have been your second fiddle for so many years. You're Miss Popular at school, and I am just as pretty as you. I am just as smart as you, and someone should totally stab you, and it's gonna be me.
I can't help it that everybody thinks
I'm going to look at Codey. I'm going to look at Codey. Thanks, babe. And I'm going to take the katana and just decapitate Vinny right there.
All right, hold on. You could try to. Codey, I need a roll.
Okay, but first, for me, I tried to grab her knife. I was unsuccessful. Clay got an 8.
Clay misses entirely.
Okay, and then Vinny, what are you gonna do with all of this?
Oh, that would have been such a great ending too.
That's so hard. Yeah, it would have been a good ending, but I'm fucking determined to be the final girl. Damn it.
Well, Vinny, you have a knife.
With that said, Codey tried to come at me. She missed grabbing my knife.
Yeah.
So
and Vinny also swung at you with a sword and missed as well.
I'm able to get Codey into a headlock. Oh, and while she's in front of me, I just stab.
All right, Codey.
2.
No, I rolled for her already. She got a 19.
Oh shit.
She successfully gets Codey into a headlock and stabs forever. Codey, I'm so sorry. You slump over dead, but you're still tasked with the Stu Mocker of the group who's armed with a katana. Vinny, I will give you the opening here. He's still recovering from missing his blow.
I will say that got a 19. As she's stabbing me, I've had my phone like propped up and I was recording. So I recorded her killing me.
Muted, long game.
It was muted, and I like hit a button in my phone in my pocket, and it sends it to Instagram.
Oh, very
so smart. Honey.
I'm the social media queen, bitch.
Yeah, right. I should have picked a better friend.
All right, Clay.
I'm dead now. So I'm dead now.
Vinny, Clay is still standing before you. What do you want to do?
And he's probably pissed because
he did a full two-handed swing with the katana and missed. So he needs to recover from that. You have a window of opportunity.
I am going to jump on his back and attempt to put him in a rear naked choke.
He's in front of you, so you're not going to be able to do that.
Oh, I didn't realize. Okay, let me redo that again. Fuck, he's in front of me.
Yeah.
Shit.
He probably recovered in the time that...
Taking the knife out of Codey, and in one swift move, I'm gonna jump and plant it right in his eyeball.
You're muted, baby.
Who, me?
Well,
oh.
I like that video that Codey called Video Baby.
I was like,
okay. Your knife penetrates Clay's eye, and then his head just the weight of his head just slides off the knife slowly as he slumps over dead. Fast forward a few hours. The cops and paramedics are all there. You're wrapped up in a blanket as they take your statement and all that. They haven't checked Instagram yet. We see Nick's body being wheeled out to an ambulance, and he gives a slight thumbs up.
Yay!
Hey!
Nick survived for the sequel.
Which means Nick can corroborate my story that
Maybe.
Clay and Codey were the killers, unless Nick
Can't
was in on it.
corroborate that it wasn't also you.
Self-defense.
It's at this
My
point.
my body doesn't get found.
I stabbed you in the eye, dude.
It's at this point that as your emergency contact, Ghostface shows up, and
Like the non-serial killer Ghostface?
hey,
The
babe.
one that is your boyfriend?
He just
Hello, Vinnie. Are you okay, babe?
Oh, yeah. It was a long day. I really could have used your help.
Oh, I'm sorry. I get at least my knife I left in the kitchen came in handy. And
Has
as he
you?
says that, the world around you kind of wavers and wiggles, and everybody is back in there too. And folks, that's gonna do it for this edition of Let's Die. Thank you so much for listening. Follow all these beautiful people in the description below. Add all those links. I'm sorry, I'm getting choked up emotionally. Thank you all for being here. We'll go around the horn real quick. Clay, what do you want the people to know? How can they find you, and where can they follow you too?
They can find me through the Pod Dogs tree through Watch of the Stuff, or they can find me on Klayshen.ttv.
Vinnie.
Yeah, same thing with Watchers of the Stuff podcast, which is on the Pod Dogs link tree. You can find me on Twitch at twitch.tv/VinnieT3 and TikTok at VinnieT826. And I do be posting a lot of TikToks.
We got to get these numbers under control, Vinnie. We gotta consolidate.
I tried VinnieT3, but it was already taken on TikTok. So
you gotta use that Pod Dog money and buy them out. I've been losing
Imposters.
my voice. I've been losing my voice this whole time. Nick, what would you like to say?
You can see my art on DeviantArt at the For Real Deal, and Nicodemus Rexx on Instagram. Those are the two main places I'm posting right now.
Y'all check out his art. He's fantastic. He did the art for the Jaws Breakers movie when it comes out, which is currently still in production. It's being edited still. I promise it's coming someday. Shooting for the end of the year. Speaking of which, Jaws Breakers, Scary Funny Shark Show is back. We are watching Shark Huntress with special guest Vinnie next month on. I'm totally prepared for this. April the 15th. Saturday, 7 p.m. Eastern. Come to the Pod Dog Discord to watch Shark Huntress with us. Codey, your turn. Tell the peep stuff.
At Cody Mathis on Twitter, at the Hiking Beagle. Hiking Beagle. Beagle BEE. Instagram. Bret is coughing a lot right now.
You can only do this sexy ass voice so much.
It's not very sexy, but okay.
I beg to differ. In the bedroom, this is what they like. As they're being choked.
The end of things.
Who doesn't like a little light choking while someone whispers into your ear?
Not with that voice. You lost me at the voice. Well, while he's going into insanity and weird voices and stuff, we can...
Hello, what's your favorite scary movie, y'all?
You guys did miss the fact that I said I was the first person to say, "What's your favorite scary movie?"
You did. It was good.
We didn't miss it. It was so beautiful. It was great.
You should have seen that.
Harvest Season.
Well, yeah, I'm also on the Harvest Season. I'm also on After Dark Eye. I'm also on It's Super Effective.
Ooh.
I'm on a bunch of different things.
Bugging the podcast.
But it's whatever.
You've been filling in for Gracie. She got married and went off and got a honeymoon. So thank you for filling in for Gracie on After Dark Eye these past 3 weeks.
Of course. It's super fun.
That's it for us. Check us out on all those things in the description below. And as always, if we're gonna die, we should probably
die together.
Die together.
We gotta work on that one.
It's hard when there's 5 people.
Honestly, for 5 people, that was pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Being honest.
It was fun.
You know, fuck all of you except for Clay for not like splitting up. Y'all
What's that noise? What's that
I
noise?
know, right?
Is that me?
together.
Is that me? Oh Jesus! Sorry. Just playing copyright music by accident on my playlist.
Did you not realize you were playing?
Nope. I have 1,000 tabs open. You know how hard this? We didn't even get to the subway. I had sound effects for the subway and the house party across town with the cops.
No, we didn't leave the house.
Hey, Bill, shouldn't we be manning the 911 line? Nah, Tim. Fuck it. Fuck them kids.
Yeah, but
Yeah, you want to know? I can say "fuck them kids" in ASL.
Oh yeah, I regret saying what I just said.
So fuck them, and then you go kids. You can also call somebody a bald-headed, broke bitch.
I need to have Sarah teach me how to say those things in BSL.
I need to stop recording this podcast.
Well, I stopped recording.
This video is brought to you by Pod Dog, the one-stop shop for all your Pokemon After Dark rides, Jaws Breakers, Let's Die, and Watchers of the Stuffed needs. If you liked it, consider becoming a patron at patreon.com/poddog or visit the link tree in the description for our Discord, Twitch handles, and socials. Pod Dog Productions. We had to keep track of all this stuff somehow. By the way, I saw this cool bar the other day. Want to go out? I don't know who that guy is, but he sounds really handsome.